What's up and how are you guys doing today? My name is John, aka Junior Gaming, and you might be wondering, where is Tristan or GhostSickness? Well, I'm stepping in for him today. He has taken a day off, a well-deserved day off, and I'm going to be filling in for him here. And during this video, I want to tell you guys a very interesting story, my first house party. And it was one of those situations where you tell one of your friends, and then they tell one of their friends, and then that person tells like two people, and so on and so on. Things got out of hand very quickly. Anyways, before I get started, I just want to say I hope you guys are having a great day, and the gameplay in the background is a little bit of Titanfall. During the beta, which was open like a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, I had a very good time playing. And if you guys didn't know, Titanfall here is being released on March 11th for the Xbox One and for PC, and for the Xbox 360 on March 28th. Now, if you're a PS4 user or a PS3 user, like Tristan or GhostSickness here, you guys won't be getting the game, sadly. It's just a Xbox exclusive. I do wish that it was on both consoles so we could all have some fun playing, but that's the way the cards are dealt. Anyways, let's get right back to my story here. Let's get right into it. So, this story takes place back in grade 10. I'm not sure how old I was back in grade 10, maybe like 15 or 16, something like that. I'm pretty sure 16. Anyways, whatever. So, my parents were going out of town for the weekend, and up until this point in my high school career, or in my life in general, my parents have never really left town for the weekend, and left me, you know, the house to myself. So it was a very big thing, and the first thing that went through my mind was, oh snap, I can have a party. Looking back on it now, very bad decision, because like I said, things got out of hand very quickly. So it was a Friday, and I told one of my friends, hey, I'm gonna have a party, a few friends over, maybe like 5 or 10 people tops. We're gonna have some drinks, have some good times, awesome. And he was like, great, sounds like a good time, let me tell whoever and whoever. And next thing you know, school was over, you know, we're all getting the buses home, and I'm having all these random people say, oh dude, what time's the party? And at this point, I realized that my friend told more than just one person. A lot of the school kind of found out about it, but at this point I was like, okay, maybe 20 people might show up. Nothing more than that. I can't see many people coming to my house. First off, I was in grade 10, so I was like a junior, and I didn't expect to have a lot of people at my place, because the seniors have parties, you know, people were going to go to their parties instead of mine. But apparently, a bunch of the seniors weren't having any parties that weekend, so the only person in the school that was having a party was me. A guy in grade 10 who doesn't know anyone. So word got around very quickly. So fast forward a few hours, I think it was around 7 o'clock now, and I told all my friends to start heading over to my house around 7 and 8. We can start having some drinks and maybe call it a night by like 12. We're in grade 10, we didn't want to stay up all night drinking, partying, and it was just some friends. Next thing you know, 8 o'clock rolls around, and it's just me and a few friends, and all of a sudden, people start showing up, and I have no idea who some of these people are, but keep in mind, I'm back in grade 10, I want to be cool, you know, it's my first house party, and I have a bunch of seniors coming over. You know, they're showing up at the door and stuff, and I'm just like, come on in, let's have a good time. And I'm a little bit scared and nervous, because, you know, I didn't want to have that many people over. I was thinking like 10, and right off the start, like at 9 p.m., like 8, 9 p.m., there's like 15 people. And I'm not stupid. I know that more people are going to start showing up as the night gets later. And know what happened, guys? More people started showing up. By 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, the night was getting kind of late. Well, late, quotations there. And there was like 30 or 40 people at my house. It was crazy. And if you guys have never had a house party before, I just want to warn you right now, the mess afterwards is ridiculous. It's crazy. You're going to find like beer caps behind your couch, under your couch, in places that you never would think of looking. And if your parents find one of those beer caps, they're going to know what's up. So the party was going all right. There was a lot of people there, but not a big deal, okay? Because there was no drama. There were no guys trying to prove to each other who's tougher or any bullshit like that. We were all having a good time drinking. But there was way too many people. There were people there that didn't even know my name. people would come up to me like, "Oh, great party, Joe," and I'm like, "My name's John," and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, man, I'm drunk," and it's just like, One thing I didn't like was being used by people. You see, I wanted to have a party with my friends. That's it. And with all these other people there, it was just me being used pretty much for, for the party. People needed a place to party, and my house was the only place that people could party. And that's the only reason it really got out of hand. So, the night was pretty much coming to an end, and I think it was around midnight. Around there, people started leaving, but just like every high school party, you always have some people that drank too much, that had a few too many. And that happened at my place. Thank God no one puked in the house. Oh, that would have been horrible. I would not want to clean that up. I would have made someone to clean that up. But they went outside in the front yard and puked. And the funny thing is, it was two of my, well, I don't want to say friends. Sometimes the word friend gets misused, but there were two girls that I guess we were kind of friends. We knew each other. We didn't hang out, but we talked once in a while. I don't know. I just don't like saying people were my friend when clearly, they weren't my friend. I don't know. Like I said, I find that the word friend gets misused quite a bit. Anyway, so they're outside puking in my front yard because they drank too much. I'm very happy they didn't puke in my living room or wherever, but this is how my parents found out I had a house party. So my parents come back on Sunday evening or in the afternoon, whatever, and it took me like 6 hours to clean up the house. And like I said about the finding beer caps under the couch, I'm not lying. Guys, there were beer caps everywhere. And like my entire table was like full of liquor bottles. So imagine being like 15, 16, having to get rid of all that stuff. Where do you put it? Oh, it was such a mess to clean up. But the only reason my parents found out is because my neighbors told my parents like a few days later that there were some girls in the front yard puking. And my mom came up to me and was like, "Who was over on the weekend?" I was like, "No one." She's like, "Don't lie to me, John." I was like, "Okay, it was just Nick and some of my good friends." And she's like, "Were there girls over?" And I was like, "No." And then that's where I got in trouble. Now, one thing I shouldn't have done. Well, the first thing I shouldn't have done was have the house party. But lying to my parents. And I don't want to get all serious on you guys, but lying to your parents, you're going to get in so much more trouble. If I didn't lie to my parents, I would have gotten in trouble for the house party. That would have been it. But my mom and dad saw me trying to lie about it, and I got in twice as much trouble. Which I totally deserved it. I went behind their back, yada, yada, yada. But it was a learning experience. And I find that in life, as long as you're learning and growing, you're doing life right. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to slap that like button. It always helps out the channel, helps out Tristan here. And if you're new to his channel, make sure to subscribe. And there will be a link to my channel in the box below. On my channel, you're just going to find some commentaries, some life stories, that kind of stuff. And that's pretty much it. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.